just that our core audience is, well, a tad on the mature side. Whoops, here comes the crockhole case. I will not sit down!
I think Rose Garnett was just a fan at the beginning. She wouldn't leave me alone. I mean, that's okay, because I quite like the attention.
He begged me to work with him. I kept saying no. No, I don't want to. You're not very good.
Where was it? No idea. Could have been anywhere. Ibiza? Casablanca?
Well, Greg's actually never been out of Dundee.
There's nothing wrong with Dundee. It's a great town. It's my town. It's my kind of town.
I took pity on him and I just said, yeah, okay, we'll do a few series of MoodieVision, and then if you promise to leave me alone, we can just overlook all the criminal activity.
Ooh, I like a good beating.
MoodieVision, what? Sorry, not ringing any bells.
He pretends he doesn't know what MoodieVision is, but actually it's the biggest thing in his life. Because he doesn't have any friends, he's also made life-size cutouts of all the different characters.
Hey, friends are friends. You know, are friends electric? No, they're cardboard.
So if you see him with a cardboard cutout, that's probably one of his busy mates.
I mean, it's a great song.
Neither Greg nor I have an interest in politics particularly, but somebody told us once in the pub that going to all the bother of doing all the work involved in an animation series, you know, the voices, the songs, basically would help us pull.
I think we really are still holding out for the whole pulling thing. I mean, that can't have been made up just because it was just a bloke in the pub.
One bone of contention is me coming out of Greg's head in the title sequence, because of course, it's all mine.
It's probably fair to say that Rose is actually the talent here, and in fact the humour and the writing and everything really.
I just like to keep him around for decoration.
My friends.
I first approached Rev Stu, the Reverend I.M. Stewart, with a view to just having a holiday in Bath, actually. I mean, Bath's a great place, and I just thought, well, that would make a nice place to visit. I mean, they actually have baths there. It's like the town that does what it says on the tin.
I also think that Greg's got a giant man crush on the Reverend, but you know, you're not going to hear that from me.
He's an attractive man, there's no question about it. But it's the whole beard thing, though. I can't really do beards.
It actually stems from the fact that Greg can't grow a beard. I mean, I can grow a much better beard than Greg can. I was trapped in my head as a burn, and then I was shot in a drawer with Jim Murphy.
You, sir, have set London, if not ablaze, then certainly had something of a smoulder.
To be honest, I think I can do all the MoodieVision impressions better than Greg and Rose can, but I don't want to overshadow them.
We don't really do impressions. I mean, dentists do impressions.
Well, we don't do impressions, but we are very impressionable. The last thing that we hear, that'll be what we think.
Everything impresses me.
We think that's one of our greatest strengths.
And also, we're not too fussy about, we have female voices doing male characters and vice versa.
Hello and welcome to the 6 o'clock news with me, Jackie Ripley Bird.
No free rides in Blighty. Here's my impression of Greg doing Carmichael. La 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 la.
My nuts roasting in my pants afire.
I'm a big fan of Andy Stewart, and at the end of Donald Wears Your Trousers, he does this thing. Well, it's the way we sing the song in Scotland. So I just took that on. That's to me, that is the voice of Alistair.
Well, that's the way we celebrate Christmas in Orkney and Shetland.
Doing Kez is really addictive because you just want to speak like that all the time.
I'm going to fight off these crocodiles through the power of wine.
The voice of Kez is really off the radar. It's become now that only bats can hear it.
Who the fuck are you, you fucking fedora-loving, jumped-up fucking fanboy bastard?
I can't really do Boris at all, but I just really like that voice because it just makes me feel all omnipotent and sweary and stuff.
It certainly lets us be all sweary, and that has to be a good thing.
My great-uncle Hubert actually conducted some research in the field, and his work was bequeathed to me on his passing.
This little post-colonial man and his little pith helmet.
It's not an impression at all, it's just
a way of life.
My favourite of the voices is Willie Rennie, which is done by Rose.
Hello, can I have a sweet sour chicken, egg fried rice, and a wee portion of mini spring rolls?
In my head, that's how he sounds.
Hello! We've been hearing reports of your rather naughty methods.
One time Rose was just doing this line of Giddy, as it were, and she just at the end of it, she just went like that, and it kind of just made me laugh, so we developed a whole lot of tics.
Well, I was actually trying to pull at that particular point, and so I was on the phone, obviously. It's like, and that's my pulling technique. It's phenomenally unsuccessful.
It's true, it took me ages to realise that was her actually trying to flirt with me. I mean, she would do this stuff over the phone, and, I kind of thought there was something wrong.
He does tend to think that everybody flirts with him, though. I mean, you could be the mailman.
I've got my mojo working since I started bombing you.
Michael. Still won't go.
There's a lot of singing in MoodieVision, yeah, I mean, but everybody should record their singing.
Well, it's not actually us singing. We've trained these ferrets.
The ferrets are really very, very talented.
Ferrets are actually more talented than we are, although that isn't saying much.
Yous are all a bunch of fannies. William Beauregard Rennie.
There are a lot of rumours about Greg and Rose being an undisciplined nightmare, and I can confirm they're all true.
Everyone knows that creative types are just, you have to give them a lot of leeway.
I mean, people say that we're undisciplined and stuff, but that's just because we never get up and don't wash and stuff like that.
Psychotic rages, the mental health problems, and the general chaos. Not that we're creative.
I will not sit down.
Oh my.
At Common Space, we don't yet have the budget to commission something like MoodieVision or a legal budget, so I was pretty confident I could get us out of running a series of MoodieVision and avoid the lawyers' letters.
There's been one or two lawyers, yeah, over the last wee while, but they're not all that bad.
Well, we never answer the door or open mail, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I even paid a bill.
Which is probably why he lives in a bin.
If I'd known it was going to be a cross-genre program, I would never have agreed to start.
Working with the MoodieVision 2 was a real learning experience for me. Until now, I never really knew my liver could withstand so much heavy drinking.
I'd never heard of Common Space. I thought it was some kind of DIY store or something.
I thought the Common Space was a large park where you swore a lot.
They came to us and they were clearly desperate to have us.
I really hoped hosting MoodieVision and Common Space would end my career once and for all and save me from this misery.
And it just seemed polite to kind of go along with them. But really, that was all. We were just being nice.
A snip here, a saw there. What's all the fuss about?
I haven't yet managed to sleep since then, but I'm hopeful that one day my hopes and dreams for the future will come back.
I thought it went pretty well. I mean, but when it came to the end, I mean, really, we'd had everyone there, so it was kind of time to move on, I think.
Had them in every possible position, and really, Bella, Wings, and Common Space, you get the animation acts you deserve.
We're notoriously difficult to shake off, so you better just get used to it.
Now just remind me, who is the news?
You are the news!
Doing animations, for some reason it's curiously habit forming.
Yeah, I'm basically Rose's captive. I mean, I didn't want to do this, I was kind of tricked into it. It's really not that difficult to trick me.
MoodieVision 4 is a logical conclusion. It just depends if we can find someone else to leech off of. I mean, that's really the bottom line.
It's all about the leeching, really.
I hear there's talk of a fourth series of MoodieVision, and the best advice I can offer to future hosts is that experience of handling toddler tantrums and dangerous animals will be very useful for working with Greg and Rose.
Why does it always rain on me? Is it because I lied when I was Scottish secretary?
Greg's big dream is actually to tour as Alistair Carmichael doing his LP tour. He's got the songs picked out, he's got the outfits, he even knows what he wants as a rider.
I've got the fat suit, I've got the ties and stuff, I'm ready to go. Just say the word and that's me, I'll be touring. Greg Moodie is Alistair Carmichael.
He's going to be a very sad little bunny if he doesn't get to do that, because he's a wee soul, so he is.
I think I may be having another of my acid flashbacks. You love it, you filthy cat!
I actually think Scottish politics deserves this.
So if you want a wee blather, call me on 770.